All right, so today we're going to work on this trailer because a couple things need to be done. You know, I got it last year in anticipation of our first family Glamis trip that had waited years, and then of course we towed this down and we met somebody who let us rent their trailer, and that was fun. Couple problems though. If you look at these hubs right here, see how that one is absolutely filthy? Let's take a look. See that right there? See how nice that one is? So on both sides these caps kept falling off, and I even found the caps for them, believe it or not, and I would pound them back in there and they would fall off, and no matter what I did they would fall off. So I'm just going to get rid of these hubs and get new, because it's been exposed to all kinds of dirt and grossness. So I already have the hubs. They were super cheap on Amazon and they come with caps. So I'm going to replace the hubs, new caps, clean up the wheels, because these are all brand new wheels that I put on here. He had gross painted ones that were rusting and stuff. This thing's from Oregon. So that's project number one. Number two is, as you know, I want to build a ramp gate. We've been looking at what to do for that, and all of the stores are closed today that carry metal. Saturday after Thanksgiving. I guess I can't blame them. I'm closed. So I want to build a ramp gate. And then number three is, these jacks are old and rusty. They don't want to go back up. They don't want to go down. I'm going to rip these off. I got brand new ones put on there. And I'm going to lengthen them so they actually hit the ground and they don't leave 6 inches of space. So that's the projects that I have for this trailer before we go camping. And this is 2 weekends before we go. So I'm going to get this done today, because next weekend I got to service the Razor, dump all the fluids, change all the filters, since that thing's ready. So we'll get this thing yanked out of here and get this project going. So a little side note, anytime you're hooking up a trailer, I always leave the door open. I learned that when I worked at Dana Point Marina and we used to move boats around. That way if something weird happens, you can dive in there. You always see people try to get back in their car. They trying to open the door as the car's going forward. They can't get the thing open, but if this thing were to do something weird, you could dive in there because the door's open. So always leave your door open when you're hooking up your trailer. So I brought it over here so we could work on it on the cement. So that's not level, that's nose low. I'm going to level it, because you always try to, you know, drive with your trailers level. You assume they're going to be level. And then that'll have an effect on how long that ramp needs to be. I want to make that ramp as short as possible. All right. How do we look? Hey, that's pretty good. Doesn't get much better than that. Like I said, these things are rusted on here. They don't even like want to come off. So looks like a couple bolts. Get that thing right out of there. So these are going to be 1/2 or 9/16. They look too small to be 1/2, so they were 9/16. So all right, let's get these suckers off of you. Here's an easy one. Okay, this one's at an angle, so it's gonna give us some trouble. Oops, sorry about that, GoPro. This camera is taking a beating. So these bolts are already here. So I wonder if the brand new ones will line right up with those bolt holes. Let's find out. The other thing wrong with those is they went the wrong way, but maybe it's because they mounted them too far back. See, so it can't go, it's gotta go, yeah, like that. So hey, look at that. Perfect. I'm just gonna ram the thing on here. I don't know if this could be any easier. Well, we'll see. I guess the day's not over yet, right? All right. see, they hit. That's a problem. That's a problem. This thing right here hits up here. So I'm wondering if I have a couple of washers I could use as spacers just to pull it down away from the frame a little bit. All right, there's 4. That should do the trick. So I want to lengthen these because they're a couple inches shy of touching the ground when the trailer's level. So this is just temporary to see if the mounting part's going to work. And then I have an idea about lengthening them. And we'll go from there. Oops, it's hitting the other stud. Watch out, dummy. There we go. Okay, let's try out the spacer. Okay, it still hits. It's not as bad. I could probably grind that down. I could probably grind this piece down. That's where it's hitting. See, but not as bad. Now I want to lengthen it because that's as far as it goes. So the trailer does a wheelie for 2 inches. So I thought about cutting this off, making this longer so I keep this pad here, but I don't know. I gotta think about this before I start hacking this thing up. All right, so how much do we need? 3 inches minimum. That's all the way down. What if we only went halfway? So the shorter I make this, the stronger it's gonna be, right? We don't want the thing to fold over. Because I'm just gonna, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off, I ordered 4 of these because they're cheap. They're like 15 bucks a piece, if that. I'm gonna cut one of these off of the other new one and just weld it onto the bottom. So it might look a little funky. I might cut these off so it doesn't look weird. But this will be a good plate to weld to directly into this one. And then I think if I just go 4 inches, that'll be enough. So when it's all the way down, I have an inch to spare if I need to come back up. Let's see how that would look. Yeah, the thing comes up in like 1/4 inch increments. So we're looking for 4 inches to the bottom of this thing. Then we're gonna have to, of course, weld it. To keep this angle, we're gonna have to cut it at an angle. What about something like that? I thought about using this old one, cutting it in the middle and welding it on, but this thing's a piece of garbage. All right, so I cut my first piece. Tried to get these angles right here. So I think if I buzz that thing together, it'll work. Of course, we'll have to make this plate smaller because remember how this hits on the bottom of the frame rail of the trailer. So I think maybe I'll cut this thing in half. See how it goes. All right, so there's the leg. Whew. Ah. Okay, I've been wanting to do this. Turn this thing off. I've been wanting to do this since I got that trailer. And this is something I might need to do with the camper trailer. But now that I figured out a way to make it work, I'm super excited. So, because the camper legs on the trailer are too high. I thought about going down one tire size too to make it easier to get in and out of my old fat body. But look at that. See, I'm getting better at this welding thing. That one's not so good. The rest are pretty good. I used to kind of go in circles and I watch a bunch of dudes and I see them going back and forth in less circles. So my technique's getting better. And I've been doing this, what, 3 years now, trying to figure out how to weld. It looks like it might be a little hot too for this little metal, but look at this thing. We made it. Woo! Gotta go try this thing out now. Look at that. Probably run into some problems now, but let's check it out. All right, so now we'll take this one off my test model and we'll bolt on the prototype and see what's up. Oh, I didn't even put the spacers in the right place. I'm so stupid. You guys caught, I hope you guys caught that. That is great. I'm just so excited to be working. Okay. So, goes like this, right? Yes. All right, well, let's give her a shot. Dang, bruh. The spacer is supposed to go here. You saw I had it here. I'm such a tard, man. I can't say that these days. I'm such an idiot. Let's just bolt it on without the spacer. See what happens. All right, cool. It works. Look at that, all the way to the ground. And I got more to go if I want to. Let's see if she folds upright. Nope, nope, see how it's not going in all the way? So this steel is hitting, and then still that little thing there's hitting. So we need to do some grinding work. I could put those spacers in here, but I don't want that. I want it flat against the trailer, so I'll modify this stuff. All right, there she is. She's done. Painted, welded up. I grinded everything off, see? So it fits in there. That fits in there. Pull the sucker out. Drop it. And then you got your extension. So, solved the problem. But now I gotta paint the whole trailer. Look at that thing. Got number 2 done. So I got both done. So when I load the RZR, when the front tires get up here, the thing doesn't do a wheelie up front. So I'm pretty happy with that. Got them both done, and then I'm gonna have to do that on the trailer too, I think, like I mentioned. But now we're gonna move on to the ramp gate and start figuring that thing out.